do you have examples from other games in which AoE abilities are presented in a way you like? If so, share them. I want to see what Chas has to say about this. What do you think, Cash?
I have a bunch. I have a bunch because I have a lot of favorite ones that just have stuck out in my mind over the years. And both of you will be able to recall this one, but my very favorite one is the Boneyard effect from the Necromancer in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes. Yes.
You remember that? Where you had tombstones and you had hands coming up out of the ground.
Super cool.
It was so freaking haunting to see that. Like, I think a lot of the skills with the Necromancer and ESO were just like, wow, what time went into this. But that's probably my favorite one. Some other ones that I've really liked. I hate to bring up Warcraft because it's stylized and it's older and stuff, but definitely recognizable is the Blizzard from the Mage. When that AoE comes down and those big glass shards, you can just see them just pelting somebody. Oh my God. How much fun was that to just drop that on a big old group fighting each other in PvP? Super fun. The other one is the Starfall from Druids. That was really cool. All these shooting stars coming from the sky in like the biggest AoE in gaming history was the AoE range of Starfall. I loved it. And then I think another one is Guild Wars 2, the meteor shower from the Elementalist was awesome because you have all these flying, fiery meteors just like raining down from the sky and hitting super hard. I loved it. Those were some of my favorites. I won't go with the rest of the list because it's extensive and I'm a nerd. So there's that.
It's funny because you play a ranged class typically. And so your knowledge of that is just so vast because you just live in that world. When you're playing a rogue, you really don't have any AoE abilities. It's not in your bag. And so, that's where I've lived for so long, is having zero AoEs. Now, the one that I am going to put on the Mount Rushmore is Blizzard. Like, Blizzard was the original AoE. We're talking like Warcraft 2. Like, before you even get into MMOs, you're dropping an AoE Blizzard, and it just felt like the most powerful thing. Like, I remember playing in a LAN with another friend, and I snuck a mage up there, and I thought, if I could just get a Blizzard off, I'm gonna win this whole game. Right? Like, it's not true, but nonetheless, like, it just felt so good and it looked great, and that the whole wizardry of just casting a Blizzard down is magical, and that's honestly really where it starts and ends for me. The other one that I can just think of is anytime, and there have been numerous games that have done this, and so none of them are any more interesting than the others, but anytime you have an archer that just lays down a field of arrows, and you always get that sound of the arrows are just hitting the ground, and you see the arrows landing. That is always just a very, it's like low-hanging fruit in an MMO. Like, if you don't have that, you have to ask yourself, like, why didn't we put this in here? People are expecting this. But yeah, like, Blizzard from Warcraft just gives me warm fuzzies forever.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, nice pull on the Graveyard ability from the Necromancer. That it was just the best. And if there's any reason I'd install that game to play, it'd be to play that Necromancer again, because dang, man, that was cool. Yeah, it's so funny that you bring up both Blizzard and Volley. Like, both of those abilities are, like, to me, in a lot of ways, the granddaddy of AoEs. Blizzard is so iconic, and when I was just watching, oftentimes when I do now while I drive for work, oftentimes I'm going from place to place, I'll play the dev updates and just listen. Not the entire dev update, but just the part that has the video, like, that they focus on. And it was the mage, and just hearing the volley, hearing the Blizzard ability, the AoE in Ashes of Creation for the mage, it's just ear candy, man. Like, you just hear all those shards of glass or of ice hit the, oh, it's just beautiful. And seeing their rendition on it too is very, very cool as well. So yeah, both of those abilities, hands down, fantastic.